Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Tough Desperado bringing you another video today. Today, what we're going to be getting into is I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite medal sets. I'm going to be showing you what I personally use, and just kind of giving a little bit of a tips slash pointers for medals over there for all y'all. Just kind of getting started, or maybe you're started and you want to find the best medal set. I'm going to just jump right into this. I'm going to show you my favorite medal set right off the bat. I'm going to show you what I call the elemental bosses. This is going to be all three of the admirals. So what this is going to do is you're going to have skills 1 and 2 have a cooldown reduction speed of 20%, boost cooldown reduction speed of dodge by 10%, as well as boosting capture speed by 20%. Why these medals are super good is because you have all of those effects on top of Akai Inu's, which 30% chance to nullify a flame, Aokiji's 30% chance to nullify a freeze, and the actual best set of this medal is to use the actual gold Kizaru medal instead of the event one. I'm still working on that one personally, so I don't have a 9'd out one of him yet, so I'm not using it. But this one works just as well. When a character from your team is KO boosts speed by 4%, it can be helpful, just not as helpful as the gold Kizaru medal, which gives you a 30% chance to nullify stun, which is super helpful. You'll kind of be equipped to take on any situation if you have all three of those. It's not going to help you with someone like Blackbeard, but it's going to help you against like anybody that has elemental stuff, kind of like Stampede, Sabo. It's going to help you against Aokiji. And the stun is very relevant now that we have Shanks in the game, who has a 3% to 5% chance to stun you based on his character boost activation. So it's definitely helpful to have on your side. You're definitely 1 out of 3 times having them. You're gonna be avoiding status effects, which can be super annoying and can ultimately lose you the battle. Next, we're going to move on. We're going to show you, this is the Fishman Trio. What I like about this one, it kind of got nerfed, but what I used to like about it is you would have capture speed increased by 34% as opposed to 14 like it is now. But this is still a really good runner set because you have both skills reduced by 14% as well as boost capture speed by 14%. They're pretty good. If you don't have this Jinbei medal, the gold Jinbei medal works just as well. You could use Karubi, you could use Hachi, you could use what's the other one? Shu. All three of those are good replacements for any of these medals that you might not have. Going down to this one right over here, this is my Fishman alternate. I actually kind of like this one just a little bit better because of, I believe it's the Hody. Yeah. So when it's going to do the exact same thing as the other one, except you have capture speed plus 20%. On top of this, when enemies or when allies are not near the treasure area where you're at, you'll get a bonus 13% on skill 1 cooldown reduction. So you can get up to 27% cooldown reduction when allies are not near the treasure where you're at for skill 1, which is really good for characters like, say, Shanks. So you can get that, you can get counters, just get them off all the time like that. Super good. I like using this on runners personally, just for the extra capture speed. You don't really want to stick around and fight, so you don't necessarily need all the other stuff. But if you don't have, this is gonna be kind of like for people that grinded the event only. There's not really any replacements. There's no Hody in the game or Vander Decken in the game yet. So for right now, if this is only good for event medals, but when they come out with, I'm sure they'll come out with a Hody at some point. Vander Decken a little less likely, but yeah, I'm sure one day we'll get a Hody and you can use the gold medal there instead. Moving on, we're gonna be using my worst generation medals. I'll affectionately titled License to Kill, but I think the real best name or the real moniker for this one should be One Man Team. This medal set is the best for when you're essentially the only one on your team that has a brain. The reason being is right off the bat, you're gonna have skill 1 cooldown reduction speed by 20%, boost the reduction speed of dodge by 7%, and increase capture speed by 20%. But the reason why I call this the One Man Team is because you get an extra 5% cooldown on skill 2 when you capture treasure. You get an extra 6% cooldown on skill 1 when you KO. And this one gives you just 5% extra reduced damage when allies are near the treasure where you're at. So this is essentially get benefited by doing things. So when you capture treasure, you're going to get that reduction. When you kill somebody, you're going to get that reduction. It's going to be super helpful. You can just keep chaining this. I put this on, right now I have this on my, I believe, time skip Luffy, my 2-year Luffy. Super good. Just all around good. In terms of like, it's better when you have a shitty team. Just because if you're carrying by yourself, this is when you're really going to be benefited by these medals. Moving on, we got my Big Mom medal. Ooh, that's not Big Mom. This is my, this one's called Wear Snacks. It's got some of the best all around because you got 5 links. You're going to have skill 1 and 2 reduction by 20%, boost dodge. This one is another one of those where it's just kind of, I believe you get benefited by killing, or maybe not. Yeah, so with the smoothie you do, That's why instead of running this one's really good. You got a little bit better linkage. But I prefer this one, my big bitch medals. Running with Katakuri and Big Mom, throw on your smooth there. This one's better because you get 3% recovery when you kill somebody, as on top of the 8% to skill 2. So every time you kill somebody, you're gonna be helping yourself. You're gonna be healing and reducing your cooldown. So this would be good on like more offensive based characters, unless like not excluded to attackers, because we got people like Blackbeard and like Skypea Zoro and Doflamingo. So this is just you're gonna want to put these on more offensive type units. And then we're gonna be going to our Kaido medals. If you don't have a good Queen medal or a good Jack medal, you can also throw in Basil Hawkins. He links up pretty well with these. But this is kind of like the same situation that you have with the Big Mom medals. It's essentially the same thing, only you get the benefits of this one's better when you're at full strength, because you're gonna get this 13% cooldown from the Plague medal on your skill 2. And what's this guy? When receiving damage from an enemy, percentage to present 100% chance to reduce the cooldown of skill 1 by 2%. So yeah, this is kind of just when you're merking, these are when these medals are gonna help. And I'm going to show you my final one. I like to call... Oh, not that one. I affectionately refer to this as kitten shit. I like to put this on runners or really weak characters. You're not going to get any linkage from these guys, but what these guys do is each one, when you're getting damage, you have a 3% chance to inflict shock. So by running all 3 of these, you have a 9%. So it's almost 1 out of 10 times that you'll be getting hit. You'll be immediately shocking people, getting people off your back, and... I don't know, it gives you time to breathe. Or even if you want to put this on a defensive characters, like a defender, when you get hit, you'll be set up to do one of your more powerful attacks. So if you put this on somebody like Blackbeard, who's already pretty much self-sufficient, you're going to be wrecking them with all of your skills anyways. But then 9% of the time, you're going to be shocking people. So you'll just essentially be untouchable. But that's all I got for you guys today in terms of medals. I'm sure I'll be uploading or updating to this video, or adding more parts to this as new medals come out. If you guys still aren't part of an alliance, consider possibly joining my team. We got boobies. That's all we got. Check this out. All the way through, nothing but the thickest of the thicks. Some of the extra thicks, if you know what I'm saying. But go ahead and join my alliance if you need to be in a crew. The only stipulation is to have a waifu as your profile character. And if you guys are interested in talking about the game or just anime in general, join my Discord. The link will be in the description box below. Alright guys, it's been fun. Later. Tough Test Brother out.